Fred, we're going to talk about the vulnerable. This is a conversation that we highlighted very strongly yesterday in all of our bulletins. Well, before we go on to talk about what government is putting or what measures government is putting in place to cushion people who are homeless, people who vulnerable, take a look at this report filed by PSA Nanaya Safo yesterday.
They had planned to travel back home to Wale Wale to escape the Accra-Kumasi lockdown, which took effect on Monday. Living on the streets of Accra, they certainly had nowhere to call home, so they paid the driver 150 cedis each to take them home. But the driver and his mate bolted with their money, leaving them stranded. Nafisa Amidu and fellow scores of headquarters in Tudu believed they could not possibly self-isolate in the streets.
Pedam nada nti anye se ye den kwala no ada abontine ana yeso yana aka so yatime da abontine saa na esisa dia wo fie yanye ka ye bekwa akotena fie sa aba foma ye besan aba.
Nafisa could have braved it alone without a place to lay her head, but now she has an infant to take care of.
Mi wa kwala no one na hye mechu no me ne dia me de bekwa ko hwan kwala no papa wa wo one yo
Nafisa, her baby, and scores of other women and children were found by the AMA patrol team hiding in a cargo truck at 5:30 a.m., bound to travel to Wale Wale. An enclosed space not wide enough to have two individuals at arm's length. Trampoline for roofing sheets with buckets hanging and extensive heat. This has been the home for over 20 headquarters and their children for about 2 days continuously. They do not have any windows to breathe. I'm surrounded here by several buckets. Some of the various things that they've been living by, including these black slippers belonging to a child. Also, behind me, there are several pants that are strapped. There's a plastic chair strapped to that side. Hanging on the trampoline are buckets for bathing purposes, for working purposes, and so many others. They also have kitchen stools that are also used very commonly in the local setting. They were covered with all these items that we can see here. There are also cups that they've been using in their daily activities. This was the corner that was home to them for about 2 days continuously. Now that the vehicle has been impounded, they do not know of their fate. The headquarters, popularly called Kayaye, have one wish: to go back home.
Deputy
Minister for Food and Agriculture, who also doubles as MP for Wale Wale constituency, Dr. Sagre Bambangi, assured the women that they will be well fed.
Some processes have already begun for us to find out an amicable solution to this problem. So, in actual fact, the disease control unit of the AMA is screening them currently. They are doing some basic protocols to be sure of the next, strategy.
At least we can guarantee that they will be fed today from morning, from this time till evening. We can confirm that.
That one I can confirm. Yes.
A philanthropist in the Accra Metropolitan Assembly provided food for the headquarters. Head of Public Affairs for the AMA, Gilbert Ankara, says the police service is assisting the outfit to do full investigations.
We have currently informed the police, and as I speak to you now, we've had indication that they are on their way coming. So we are waiting for them to come and then help them go through the necessary protocols.
But where these headquarters and their babies will be kept remains unanswered. PSA Nanaya Safo, JoyNews.
PSA Nanaya Safo filed that report. So where are they? What is going to happen to them? First, Meg, what does the Gender and Social Protection Ministry say?
Well, they are in Accra. They are part of 15,000 people that the Gender Ministry and the other ministries responsible for their area are looking at. So they're going to provide those who don't have accommodation for this period, and then beyond this, they'll also give them food and then some stipend, so they can be comfortable during this lockdown period. They're also looking for persons with mental illness on the streets. They're also going to take of persons with disability during this period and then support them through the lockdown period. But what you saw down there as we speak, the gender minister and other ministers, the national security minister and others are currently at the location where they are being housed, and we still have reporters following that. So as and when they come through with the reports, we'll bring it to our viewers. So we can hear the gender minister speak at the news conference on the measures they've put in place to make life a bit comfortable for these ones.
And everyone, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has come out with mitigating measures to safeguard the health and well-being of the vulnerable groups in Ghana amid the coronavirus pandemic and subsequent lockdown of the affected areas of Ghana, that is Kumasi, Accra, Tema, and Kaswa. In view of the above, the ministry is implementing the following measures. We had meetings with COVID-19 Planning Committee, that's the National Security, NADMO, and the Ministry of Finance, updated the KAYE data for visiting various marketplaces with their leaders. I personally went around the markets where we have most of our KAYE to make sure that at least we have a forehand information on how things are going. Then we went to where they live, so at least we know that some of them are residents, they've rented little apartments and they live in, and we have those who also live on the streets. We have also visited some facilities where we think it's suitable to accommodate our brothers and sisters on the street. We have a few men, that is why I add brothers and sisters on the street. Those without place of abode, we are going to keep them for the 2 weeks that we have imposed these measures. We currently have like 15,000 of them that we are going to cater for. For those who have the apartments, we'll find ways of sending logistics to them to keep them away from coming to town. And for those that we are going to keep at the identified places that we have found, we are going to cater for them. There's going to be enough food, there's going to be enough water. We have corporate bodies cooking for like 6,000 and other group cooking like for 4,000. So all in all, we have enough food for them. We are also sending food to people on the street. We have like the mental retarded people. We are picking 20 and they are going to be cleaned. They are not going to come back on the street. 20 of them, the facility tells us that they can only take 20 and keep clean. And the others we are going to feed. So we are going to give them food every day. Give them food, give them water twice a day. We haven't thought of the breakfast yet, so we are still looking through. We have drinks and things, so we'll supply them with. And then the medical assistance that we can provide for them also. The food we are going to provide is going to be hot meal, and I will entreat if we can get the journalists go around and see exactly what we are saying, whether it's being complied.
That's the Gender Minister, Cynthia Morrison.